Welcome to Don't Walk By 5th year anniversary. So what you're doing tonight is unprecedented. We do not know of any outreach of its size in the United States. So there's this 5th year of what we're doing. We walk every block on the island of Manhattan.
First year we started this outreach, we didn't know if it was possible to mobilize enough volunteers to walk 6,000 plus blocks in Manhattan. It was amazing to see the incredible turnout and response from over 100 churches in the metro area. Each year we've had more than enough volunteers, and we've been able to cover the city year after year, really blanketing the streets and the subway system with people that care about the homeless and want to make a difference.
About 6 years ago, the Bowery Mission wanted to be a leader in gathering like-minded nonprofits together who do work with the homeless and say, what can we do together? What can we collaborate on? And we came up with this outreach. As far as we know, this is the largest outreach of its kind in the United States.
From the very beginning, we felt pretty strongly that this was the type of event that we wanted to be a part of. It's a collaborative event.
I mean, we all, I think, have our function. I mean, we have the elements of the people that are out there in the streets that we get to minister to and help meet the needs. But to get them all together in an effort like this is a pretty big deal. Also in the sense of we have over 100 churches represented that help in volunteering.
This is what we do all the time, but when you can do it together with other groups, we get more done in these 4 days than we ever would by ourselves. And working together in unity is really important, and working to extend the kingdom together.
And so Don't Walk By has been a catalyst. It's been a point to bring us all together with one mission.
Today we're in the 3rd week of Don't Walk By, and we're at Calvary Baptist Church on 57th Street and 6th Avenue, covering the central kind of mid-Manhattan zone. The heart of this outreach is really the volunteers.
My name is Carol, and I have been part of Don't Walk By for the last 5 years. I'm always very excited for this week, and it's a highlight of my year. I have Zone S, which is the Times Square area, and so I'm going to take a team of volunteers. We're going to walk up and down the streets looking for people who are homeless. I thank you for that tonight, Jesus, that you haven't forgotten him, you haven't left him. Amen. Today was significant, meeting Michael. He was so ready for help, and he was just ready to come back to the church, and he really wants a new start at life. It's moments like those where you meet somebody that it just seems like a God moment for them, that this is their time, and here we come. We walk up with a badge, with a resource card, invite them to a hot meal. It just seems like it's their time.
Okay, let me write that down.
Serve with the transportation crew, and that's who's with us here tonight. And our deal is, as the teams are out on the street and they meet somebody who would like to come back, they place a call to us, and then we will dispatch a van over to them and pick them up and then bring them back here to the host church.
Well, today I'm one of the drivers on the Don't Walk By, where we're picking up homeless people today and we're transporting them back to the church. Well, I came to the mission in 2009 because I was abusing drugs in my life, and one day I just decided that enough was enough, so I came and I gave everything up and I came into the mission for help. It felt good. I really do feel good, because when I was out there in the streets and all like that, I have nobody coming and helping me like the way that we helping others. So it felt good to give back. I used to be out there, so I know the feeling.
The homeless person comes in, we've got them to the church, so now they're greeted by a welcoming smile.
This is my 3rd year. My first year, I just loved it. I loved how it opened my eyes to how I can serve and how I can interact with the people on the streets that I'm seeing every day. After that, I came back the next year and led a street team, and it was wonderful. A lot of my friends came and joined. So this year's my 3rd year, and I'm helping lead in the hospitality section. It's become so much more organized. I'm just always really impressed, especially with the website and the development. Publicity has gotten out. People just know more about it, and that is amazing. And I've just seen the same people coming back year after year, and that just leads to great new changes.
This is the first time I'm participating. My family and I go to Redeemer Presbyterian Church on the Upper West Side, and they were talking about that during service, so we thought it was a great time to serve the population. We've been seeing a lot of patients after they get their blood pressures checked, we get their past medical history, just get to know a little bit about what they've been through recently, especially with the storm, and just helping them out whatever possible, provide some basic medical care, and some kids as well who wanted to get checked out. I think it's just one person serving another person and doing our best.
And then there's programs like detoxes and different residential programs that they can engage and say, hey, tonight, if you're interested, we can actually get you somewhere so you don't have to go back to that box or that corner that you're living on. The goal really is to get them from point A on the street to point B into some kind of bed that night.
This is my 4th year doing it. I actually started when I graduated high school, so I've been through it all my years of college. So my last year of college, 4th year doing it as well. This year I'm co-assisting with hospitality. I keep coming back to volunteer at Don't Walk By because it's a passion of mine, and I just love to kind of help people and see people get the help that they need.
This is my 2nd year at Don't Walk By. I came in new to New York and looking for things to get connected while I was looking for work, and saw an advertisement in a church bulletin that Don't Walk By needed social workers. And so being trained as a clinical social worker, I decided to raise my hand and come see what this was all about.
Usually I finish my zone. It was a very large zone, and it was also a very populated zone with many homeless, probably the most on any of the Saturdays that I've done so far in the 5 years that I've done it. Michael actually had the opportunity to go to the Bowery Mission, so he'll have a place to stay tonight out of the cold. And in the morning, there will be a team to follow up with him about future possibilities for him to enter into a program for a fresh start in his life.
It's the 5th year, so what next is often the question. Is it another 5 years? Do we grow it? Do we do something different?
We hope to expand. We'd like to expand our capacity. We've even talked about having a physical location for Don't Walk By to be.
I know I have a heart to see it take place in other cities. We've had contact from other cities. They'd like to do something similar. So that would be the next step I'd like to see.
And we'd love to see that happen in the next 5 years. We'd love to see Don't Walk By become a national outreach, a national campaign.
We're so excited that this has already been 5 years, and we really can't even believe that. The fact that in the beginning it was just a vision, a thought, a dream, but now it's become this huge event where these faith-based organizations are collaborating to actually serve the homeless on the street. And the fact that it's grown so much has been really amazing.
I will be a part of it as long as I can be, because it helps empower the volunteers to be able to know what to do when they're on the way to work in the morning, and what they can do, things that they can get involved in, so that we don't get isolated in our own little world.
There's a connection between us and the people who live on the street that we don't always see. We're not better. We actually haven't done anything to earn what we have. I think that we've been given grace, and they deserve that just as much as we do.
Malcolm, I'm Carol. Nice to meet you. Amen.
Can I give you a care package?
Oh, and one of these cards too. There's some awesome places that offer different services and on like different days of the week and stuff. So
awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting you, Malcolm. Yeah. Stay warm.